Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're really focusing in on a specific set of texts, Doctrine and Covenants, sections 106 through 108.
Right?
And, you might look at section 107 and think, okay, this is about church leadership structure, the organization.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts, basically. And that's definitely part of it, historically speaking. They needed structure.
Exactly. But what we really want to dig into is something deeper. This idea of divine power, of authority, specifically the holy priesthood after the order of the Son of God.
That's our mission for today, really, to get past just the organizational chart stuff and explore what this priesthood is, what its purpose is.
And how it connects to you, to your spiritual life, your connection with God.
Definitely. Because these sections, they cover quite a bit.
They really do. We've got the Lord's support and service, the roles of prophets, apostles, councils, a lot to unpack.
So where should we start? Maybe with that support and service. Sections 106 and 108 feel like a good place.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they really zero in on the Lord's help, those promises he gives when people are called to serve.
Right there in the text, specific counsel.
And that phrase in 106, verse 8, grace and assurance, that jumps out.
Divine help, essentially.
Yeah. It's this idea that when you step up, whatever that looks like for you, a calling, helping a neighbor, just acting on a prompting, you're not, on your own.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you felt that kind of boost?
Oh, absolutely. At times when you feel you have just a bit more capacity than usual, right when you need it for someone else.
Yeah.
Well, it's unmistakable.
Yeah, that divine assistance, it's so real. And then you look at 108, verse 7, strengthen others in all your doings.
And that's broad, isn't it? Not just formal church stuff.
Exactly. Think about family life, at work, just everyday interactions. How can you strengthen someone else?
Ministering, callings, yes, but also just being a better spouse, parent, friend. It touches everything.
It really does. And it's inspiring when you hear stories like Elder Cook drawing strength from an ancestor service.
Right. That sense that service creates this kind of legacy, something that lifts others later on. Even the idea of writing a letter to your future self or descendants about service, it makes it very personal.
It does. And that ties into other messages, too, like President Airing's Walk With Me and, understanding the context of people like Warren Cowdery seeking revelation.
That idea of a legacy, of service having lasting impact, it leads quite naturally into thinking about the priesthood itself, doesn't it?
It really does. Section 107, right at the beginning, it gives us the original name.
The holy priesthood, after the order of the Son of God.
And you have to ask, why is that name so important? What does it tell us?
Well, immediately it connects it directly to Jesus Christ. It's his order.
Exactly. It's not just about, delegated authority for running things. It's his power.
And the purpose, verses 18 and 19, wow. To unlock all the spiritual blessings of the church.
So that individuals can have the heavens opened unto them.
And enjoy the communion and presence of God the Father and Jesus. I mean, just pause on that.
Right.
Have the heavens opened. What does that actually mean for someone?
Well, it could mean receiving personal revelation, right? Getting clarity, direction, maybe feeling a distinct answer to prayer.
Like that moment of insight when you're really struggling with a decision.
Exactly. That's one way the heavens open. And enjoying the communion and presence of God, that sounds like real spiritual closeness, intimacy.
Not just abstract belief, but feeling connected.
Yes. A connection made possible through the Savior's priesthood, his power and authority. It's meant to be a lived experience. The other scriptures mentioned, like Alma 13 or D&C 84, they give even more depth to this.
And it loops back again, always to the Savior. That reminder to focus on him in all our gospel learning.
Yeah, teaching in the Savior's way makes that point.
So when we study the priesthood, the question is always, what does this teach me about Jesus Christ?
Exactly. Understanding his order shows his central role. He's the source, and he makes these incredible blessings available through it.
Okay, so building on that power and purpose, Section 107 also talks about how we relate to leaders, verse 22.
Upholding them by the confidence, faith, and prayer of the church.
Confidence, faith, prayer. It's active, isn't it?
It's more than just passively agreeing. Confidence suggests trust in their calling.
Faith implies believing God guides them.
And prayer is that consistent, active support. It's a commitment.
Yeah, much more than just raising your hand. Like the hymn says, God bless our prophet dear. It's a heartfelt plea.
It is. And right after that, the revelation gets specific about prophets and apostles. Remember, this was given right when the 12 were called in 1835.
So this was direct instruction for them.
Yes. Verses 23, 24, 33, 35, 38,
Mm.
they really hammer home their main role,
With-
to be special witnesses of Jesus Christ, to testify of his name everywhere.
That's their core mission. And thinking about that, how have the living apostles today strengthened your witness of Christ? Their testimonies are powerful.
They really are consistent, clear witnesses. And the Revelation also clarifies the president of the church's role, the senior apostle.
Comparing him to Moses.
Right. That unique position of leadership and receiving revelation for the whole church. Elder Bednar's talk on being chosen to testify, that adds a lot of insight too.
Okay, so we've talked about individual roles, divine power. But Section 107 also really emphasizes councils.
A lot, actually. Verses 27-31, then again 85-89. The Lord clearly values the process of counseling together.
What makes a council effective, according to these verses? What are the key elements?
Unity is huge, making sure everyone gets heard, making decisions in righteousness, seeking God's will together.
So it's not just a meeting, it's a spiritual process.
Ideally, yes, it's about collective discernment.
And these principles, they're not just for, the top leaders. How can we use these ideas in our own spheres?
In our ward councils, Relief Society, or elders' quorum presidencies.
Absolutely.
But also...
And our families.
Yes. Family councils, Elder Ballard talked about that. Using their same principles. Respect, open communication, seeking the Spirit.
Even in, planning activities or making family decisions, the General Handbook guides this for church settings, but the principle applies everywhere.
It really does. That collaborative spirit, seeking unity, it's vital.
Okay, one more key section to touch on. 108, a very direct instruction in verse 3.
Be careful in living your covenants.
Careful, that word implies.
What?
Intentionality.
Diligence, reverence, maybe?
Mm.
Not being casual about the promises, the vows we've made with God.
So, practically speaking, how can we be more careful with our covenants day to day?
Well, first, maybe just understanding them better, reflecting on them regularly.
And consciously trying to live in line with those promises.
Right. Making choices based on those commitments, prioritizing that relationship with God. Sister Craven's talk on careful versus casual is spot on here.
Yeah, that was a powerful message. Even simple songs like I Will Be Valiant teach that dedication from a young age.
And that analogy they use, carefully pouring water.
Right, if you're careless, you spill it. If you're casual with covenants,
you risk losing the blessings, drifting away. It requires focus, attention.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, this deep dive into 106 to 108, it's really given us more than just organizational charts.
Definitely. We've seen the profound meaning behind the order of the Son of God.
The purpose of the priesthood, unlocking those incredible spiritual blessings, connecting us to God.
The reality of the Lord's support when we serve.
The vital role of prophets and apostles as witnesses.
The wisdom of counseling together in unity.
And finally, that really personal call to be careful, to be intentional about the covenants we make.
It all weaves together, doesn't it? Divine power, leadership, service, personal commitment.
And it all points back to Jesus Christ and his desire for us to access everything our Father has for us.
Exactly.
So here's something for you to think about as we finish. Which part of this discussion about the priesthood really stood out to you today? Was it the name, the purpose, the service aspect, the covenants?
Yeah, what resonates most with you right now?
And maybe consider how understanding that one aspect a little better could influence your own spiritual path, your connection with God moving forward.
It's worth pondering and continuing to explore on your own.
The Lord of light and mercy calls, not kings alone, but hearts made still. He finds his servants in the fields and bids them rise and do his will. His voice is gentle, yet it calls. He sees the watchers on the hill who guard the night and seek his face. Though shadows stretch and tempests rage, they stand upheld by strengthening grace. His voice is gentle, yet it calls. He lays no burden, not his own, but lifts the weak with outstretched hands. He sanctifies the work we give, and plants us firm where duty stands. His voice is gentle, yet it calls. Through trembling lips and faith unsure, through humble prayers and weary song, the Lord still builds His kingdom here. With those who trust, His arm is strong. His voice is gentle, yet it calls. So